Dear students, this is S.K. Sukla. In today's class, I am going to talk about noun equivalents. So we have a big list of nouns. There are different types of nouns. But apart from different types of noun, sometimes other categories of words behave like a noun. So if other categories of words start behaving like a noun, they can be referred as noun equivalents. So simply we can define noun equivalents as word or a group of words that act like a noun. If a word or group of words start doing the work of a noun, they can be referred as noun equivalents. There are 6 basic categories of noun equivalents. I have listed here. First is pronoun, second one is gerund, third is infinitive, fourth is noun phrase, fifth is noun clause, and the sixth one is adjectival noun. So we will discuss them one by one. So first noun equivalent is pronoun. Pronouns can be referred as noun equivalents because they can easily replace a noun. They can come in place of a noun. So what function noun performs can easily be performed by a noun. Let's see the example. If I write J.K. Rowling is a writer, I am going to write the second sentence in which J.K. Rowling is going to be the subject again. J.K. Rowling lives in America. So in second sentence, I can easily replace J.K. Rowling with another word, that is pronoun. In place of J.K. Rowling, I can easily write she here. So she, that is a pronoun, can be referred as noun equivalent because it is doing the work of a noun. It is doing the work of J.K. Rowling here. So it can be called as noun equivalent. Let's see another example. Usain Bolt is a sprinter. Usain Bolt is from Jamaica. So in the second sentence, you can see Usain Bolt has been repeated here. So in place of Usain Bolt, I can write another word that is pronoun. I can write here he. So he can replace Usain Bolt here and it can be referred as noun equivalent. One more example. I have a laptop. I have a laptop. The laptop works well. So you can see in the third sentence that I have repeated laptop in the second sentence. So I can replace this word laptop with it. So it can be referred as, which is a pronoun, can be referred as noun equivalent because it is equal to noun. So the first category of noun equivalents are pronoun. So now we'll see the second category. The second category of noun equivalent is gerund. So let's see gerund first. I'm going to remove it. If you want to note down, you can just pause the video and note down the examples. The second noun equivalent that we are going to discuss here is gerund. This is the second one. So let's talk what gerund is. Gerund is basically a form of verb. Basically, gerund is ing form of verb. Ing form of a verb. It is a form of verb that acts like a noun. Sometimes it does the work of a noun. The basic function of a noun in a sentence is to form the subject of a sentence. And if the subject of a sentence is formed by gerund, that is ing form of the verb, then we can easily say that it is acting as noun, so it can be referred as noun equivalent. Let's see the example. If I write milk is good for health, good for health. In this sentence, the subject is milk, which is obviously a noun. If I replace this subject with a form of verb, like if I write swimming, swimming is good for health. So in this sentence, now the subject is swimming, and you know that swimming is the ing form of the verb, and this ing form of the verb that is acting like a noun can be referred as gerund. Let's see one more example. Smoking is injurious to health. Smoking is injurious to health. In this sentence also, the subject is smoking, which is a gerund. So when an ing form of verb that does the work of a noun, like forming subject or forming object or forming object or preposition, they can be referred as noun equivalent. I will give you example of object. Let's see this example. Maria likes pizza. So pizza here is a noun. I can easily replace this word with a gerund. I can write Maria likes painting. So painting here is a form of verb that ends in ing. It is a gerund, and here it is acting like the object of a sentence. So this ing form of the verb is doing the work of a noun. It is forming object here. So the second category of noun equivalent is gerund. Now let's see the third category of noun equivalent, which is infinitive. So the third category of noun equivalent is infinitive. So what infinitive is? Let me explain it first, then I will give you and explain it with the help of examples. Infinitive is a form of verb, the base form of verb which is preceded by the element to. So 2 plus V1 can be called infinitive. And with this, when this combination 2 plus V1 acts like the subject of a sentence, it acts as a noun and it can be referred as noun equivalent. Let's see the example. To err is human. So in this sentence, the subject is to err. It is an infinitive. This example, let's see the next example. To teach is to learn twice. In this sentence also, the subject is to teach. So here, infinitive is acting like a noun. So it can be referred as noun equivalent. Let's see the fourth category of noun equivalent, that is noun phrase. Let's see. Let me explain what noun phrase is. You all know that phrase is a group of words. This is a group of words. So when a group of words that does not have a subject and predicate in it, when this group of words acts like a noun, like forming subject, forming object, it can be referred as noun equivalent, or it can be technically referred as noun phrase. So when a group of words acts like a noun, it can be called as phrase. The basic difference between a phrase and a clause is that a phrase does not contain a subject and predicate in it. Let's see the examples. Early to bed is good for you. Is good for you. In this sentence, the subject is early to bed. This is a group of words that does not contain a subject or predicate in it. So it can be called as a phrase. And here this phrase is acting like the subject of the sentence, doing the work of a noun. That is why it can be called as noun phrase. Let's see the next example. Where to go is not clear. In this sentence, the subject is where to go. It is a group of words. This also does not contain a subject and predicate in it. So it is a phrase and it is doing the work of a noun. That is why it can be called as noun phrase, or in another word you can call it noun equivalent. Let's see one more example. You can make a noun phrase with the help of gerund and infinitive as well. Like jogging with friends. Jogging with friends gives me a lot of pleasure. A lot of pleasure. In this sentence, the subject is jogging with friends. It consists of gerund followed by its object. So, when a phrase acts like a noun, it can be called noun phrase. Now let's see the next category, that is noun clause. The fifth category is noun clause. Let's see what noun clause is. So you can describe a clause as a group of words that contains subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. Noun clause. So you can simply define a noun clause by saying that a group of words that contains subject and predicate in it. So when a clause does the work of a noun, it can be called as noun clause. So noun clause may have a variety of a structure. The basic structure of noun clause are question word plus subject plus verb, that plus subject plus verb, whether plus subject plus verb, whoever, whichever, whatever, plus subject plus verb. So a noun clause can start with any one of these structures written here. Question word plus subject plus verb, that plus subject plus verb, whether plus subject plus verb, whoever, whichever, whatever plus subject plus verb. It can have a variety of structures. So when a clause, a group of words that contains both subject and predicate in it, when it acts like a noun, like forming subject or object, it can be called as noun clause. And noun clause, when it does the work of noun, it can also be referred as noun equivalent. So let's see some examples. When she will come, when she will come is not clear yet. Is not clear yet. In this sentence, the subject is when she will come. And this is a clause because it contains a subject she and verb will come. And it is doing the work of a noun. It forms subject here. So it can be called as noun clause. Let's see one more example. That she is innocent has been proven in the court. So in this sentence also the subject is that she is innocent and the verb is has been proven. So in this sentence also a clause forms subject. So it can be called as noun clause. Let's see. Whatever you have said is unacceptable. So the subject here is whatever you have said, and it is also a clause because it contains subject you and have said verb, predicate rather. So a clause can also act like a noun. So when it acts like a noun, it can be called as noun clause, and noun clause is also a noun equivalent. Our last noun equivalent is adjectival noun. Let's see what adjectival nouns are. The sixth and the last one. The sixth one is adjectival noun. What adjectival nouns are? Sometimes an adjective acts like a noun. And when this happens, when an adjective that is used for people is combined with article the, in this case article the and adjective, they themselves start behaving like a noun. The combination is article the plus adjective, and there is no noun here. Only the or an adjective has been mentioned here, and this the and adjective together they become or they act like a noun because they refer to all the people of a particular class, of a particular category. So sometimes adjective and the, they behave like a plural noun, and when they behave like a noun they are referred as adjectival noun, and they can be also called noun equivalents because they are used like a noun. Let's see the example. If I say the rich means all the people who are rich, all the people who are rich. If I write the old, so you can clearly see that the is article and old is adjective. There is no noun here. They themselves are behaving like a noun. The old means all the people who are old. All the people who are old. So they refer to a particular class of people who share same kind of features. Let's see this in an example. Let's see this in a sentence. If I write the rich exploit the poor. In this sentence, I have used two adjectival nouns, the rich and the poor. So the rich here, it does not contain a noun. It contains the and adjective rich. So the and adjective rich, they themselves behave like a noun. So adjectival noun is also a noun equivalent. So we can easily understand there are 6 categories of words or group of words that act like a noun, and they can be referred as adjectival noun equivalents rather. So there are 6 categories of noun equivalents. I hope you find this video useful for you. If you like my video, go and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.